I don't think people know what idolization is, or idolizing something within wherein with all to the definition of that's within the Bible. Idolization. Let's talk about it. Idolization. Don't bear false idols. Do not worship false idols. People will try to make things sinful, or I die for idolatry of things that aren't even presented within the Bible or even written down to be so of what they trying to make it into within the Bible. You cannot find it. Like smoking cigarettes or a cigar or chewing tobacco. People say, well, it defiles the body and it does this and it does that, and you shouldn't do it because the body is the temple of God and you're destroying the body. Well, a lot of people do a whole lot of things. Physical exercise to some people can be hurtful and painful to them. People that are disabled, like me, myself, I got calluses on my feet, so every time I walk, boom, after a certain time, boom, my feet start hurting and paining. And is that a sin? Because I'm causing pain to my body. I know I'm causing pain to my body. I know when I do this certain thing that I do, I will have pain later on to my body. And it's causing destruction to my body. So am I sinning against my own body by just doing something the daily man, the daily average able-bodied man and able-bodied woman does on the average? Or, what am I doing? I cannot argue and implement and add on to and put things that you want within the Bible in the Bible. The problem with people's understanding and interpretation and perceptions of what the Bible or what is consisting of the things that are within the Bible are is distorted in people's views, because the explanations that are heard throughout the earth is the explanations of the natural man, not the spiritual man concerning spiritual things. It's about the natural man. It's concerning carnal things. That's why you got this marriage thing. Talking about, the old folks want to say, you need to go down there and go out and get married and get you slipped. Check down in the New Testament. You're going to learn. As a Christian, you're not even supposed to be going to the laws of the land in the first place with any matter. I forgot who it was. Paul, Peter, or James, Timothy, somebody. You can find this in the New Testament. It's like you war against yourselves and go to law instead of handling it with the church. You see? That's what the church is there for. It's not there for, so you can worship and preach to people that are already saved. The Bible actually calls that foolishness. Like I say, that's why that's why I'm not a traditional man. Because I understand and realize and recognize the old way has a lot of perversion and a lot of distortion that is real wrong. That has yet to be standing corrected. As in, let's get back to the marriage thing on the marriage track. Marriage within the Bible. Two saith he shall be one flesh. And where do you see two saith he shall be one flesh? You see it in the child. You see it right there, perfectly aligning. Baby, you got the DNA of the mother and the DNA of the father. Two. Does the mother and the father put it together? It makes two. They come together and they create one flesh inside the child. DNA of the mother and DNA of the father inside the child. For two saith he shall be one flesh. And you want to make up the... See, this is why many people believe that marriage is a carnal thing. It's only a little bit of marriage is carnal. So that's spiritual, but You wealthy folk already done converted that, and you old folk that have never tried to, try to actually examine what you are so-called learning. If you ever need to go to school to learn a thing about something that is supposed to be spiritual outside of the world of, you already got a perversion already. They talking about Christian schools of science, Christian PhD. You look much like the world. What the hell are you doing? And then many people say, oh, you're judging. You notice the difference, because here's another thing. The explanation that's out in the world is that of the natural man, not of the spiritual man, concerning things that are of the spiritual. Because judgment, many people wouldn't even agree, but not judging, because the judgment in the Bible that says not judge is condemnation. Meaning, if somebody steals from you, you have no right. You're not even to go to law with these and turn them into the laws of that. Oh, they're stealing. I want this person in jail. Or I want this person's hand getting cut off. You see people every single time in the world boasting about, oh, you know what they do in some parts of the world when people steal, they cut their hands off, and you're not even supposed to do that. It says in the Bible that if you catch a man stealing, give him a worse pay. That means if I catch you stealing, I'm supposed to give you a job to work and then give you worse pay so you can sustain what you need. That's the Christian way. That's a Christian value. So, and the world of man out there. And another thing, he that hateth his brother is in darkness, even until now. So I see a whole bunch of Christians, so-called Christians, that be talking about pedophiles and rapists and murderers and be like, hell, burn hell. You are in darkness, my friend. Yeah. Because this religion, everybody wants to virtue signal too, aren't even practicing what it is required of those who follow. And this is a righteous judgment, for the Bible says judge righteously and judge righteous judgment. Nobody wants to say that. So then you have to look back and say, well, okay, let me understand, why does it also say judge not? Yes, he need to be judged. Know the difference. Know the types of judgments there are. For it is also written, vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. Meaning no type of vengeance is you shall be rendering unto anyone. If somebody steals from you, you have no right to render vengeance. Somebody kill your daughter, somebody rape your daughter, rape your son, you have no right to render vengeance. For vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty and get down to the truth. Because many people like to paint and hide behind beautiful lies that is acceptable to the world. I see a lot of this in Christianity. They try to hide behind the lies of the world so they can garner more people to come unto the faith, while lying unto them about what's really in the book thereof. Because you don't want to explain to them, you're going to be, oh my God, they might take this the wrong way. The hell, if they do take it the wrong way, you are not supposed to offend, yes, but when it comes to the truth, you offend more and offend more and offend more for it is written. Yes, we, and many offend, or many, if we cause offense or something like that along the line, But, like I said, I know this video is all over the place. For those out there to hear, let them hear. If you can't hear, then you better, once you can hear, you'll hear. This is, what's the word? This video is aligned up enough within sections in which you can understand. If you can understand. If you cannot understand, okay. man, explanations out in the world. Like another one, all dogs go to heaven. That's a lie. Dogs don't go to heaven. Many people don't realize how disgusting dogs are. Dogs are not ever talked about in a positive light within the Bible, as well as it is written. Neither dogs will enter the kingdom of heaven. Now it says some other stuff after the comma, as in neither dogs, neither adulterers, neither murderers, etc., etc., will enter the kingdom of heaven. So I don't know where the hell they get all dogs go to heaven, which they don't. All dogs do not go to heaven. And in fact, all dogs go to hell and burn in the lake of fire. If you want to be real, for the sake of being real, for the sake of being truthful and honest. Many people do not like honesty. We grow up on television, and we grow up on movies, and we garner and develop our idols of the actors people idolize and want to be or action villains or cartoons and stuff, in which nobody looks on the back end of that. People's job, the Denzel Washingtons, the Brad Pitts, even the music artists, these people's jobs are to be fake. They literally get paid. They get paid to be fake. And then everybody's wondering, looking around like, I don't know why people like fake people so much. And all of a sudden, you all think for yourselves, but it's never people that think for themselves. The majority of people don't think for themselves. The majority of people just run along with whatever is popular at the time. Like how, going against the government and waking up to all these conspiracy theories is popular now. And everybody's talking about everybody needs to wake up. I'm like, you wake up. Everybody is already aware now. For the most part, the majority is already aware now. I mean, you guys can talk about this, commune amongst each other, and not be ashamed and not be outcasted for this type of thing. For 10 years ago, you talk this type of stuff, man. You have no idea what it's like, and that's good. But I'm just saying, man, you gotta line the truth with truth and know what is and what has been. Because you only see the perversions of the powers that be that are implanting through you with the social consciousness. You don't even see it. And you won't see it because you still only want to care about the credible sources, Even though the credible sources can lie to you all day, and you would know that they lie to you all day, but it doesn't matter if they lie because, they're credible, and one that proves himself uncredible, the other is still credible, even though birds of a feather flock together, You know how many people are complaining about P. Diddy and they'll still go listen to a Rick Ross or Lil Wayne and they'll complain all day about P. Diddy until the next one come out and they'll be so shocked and they'll be so horrified and be like, oh my gosh. Look, man, birds of a feather flock together. I don't know what the hell y'all got. And why are you so afraid of the truth and the of what it is? You don't want to see things as it is. For as it is, so shall it be. So you don't want to see it because you don't like what it's been. But you're going to have to. You ain't got no choice sooner or later. The world's coming to an end. And I don't mean no damn scientific, Big Bang theories and or nuclear warfare brought upon mankind. Man can't really do a thing. Man is weak, man. We need food to live. We'll be full and stuff our faces today, and we'll be full, and we don't want to eat a thing else. And the next day we'll still be hungry and want to eat everything in the kitchen. Disgusting. Weak. That's man. That's man. That's mankind, humankind, whatever. That's what it is. Weakness. And man can't bring about peace. You know. You'll continue seeing people who try to bring about peace, especially without bloodshed, which is ridiculous. Even the Son of God shed his blood to bring forth change. And you people think you're going to protest, and peaceful protest at that, and think you're going to bring forth any amount of change. Man, you might as well bow down, lift your skirt up, and let the government plow you in the ass. Because what are you doing? Or whatever type of cause you're trying to fight for, you might as well submit and bow down to wherever you need to bow down to. Because there is no change. There is no change without bloodshed. There is no, even the Son of Man had to come down and shed his blood to bring forth change. So how are you going to bring forth change without shedding blood? But the Son of Man, the Son of God, came down and had to shed his blood in order to bring forth change in what he was trying to do, in order what the Father wanted to do. And I know, many people are gonna be like, well, who say you got all the answers? Man, all right, so, I'm 27 years old, and there's a lot of 27-year-olds, A lot of 27-year-olds, when they were teenagers, they partied, they drank, and they go all types of events with their friends and homies, and they'll have a whole bunch of relationships, a whole bunch of girlfriends, a whole bunch of boyfriends, a whole bunch of memories that they can bask over in glory of, and whichever person they had them with, if they still on good terms. Me, I didn't have any of that, really. So all that time I was absorbing knowledge, truth. All the time, somebody like that would be out partying, going to events, or, getting excited because they slept with this one broad, or getting heartbroken because this broad slept with this one guy, and the guy is now trying to go get a friend or whatever y'all deal with. And this whole time I was going through a different type of thing, man. So I do know, and so if you want to say it's arrogant, you're wrong. For the spirit of truth searches all things. And there's a verse in the Bible, ever learning, yet never coming to the knowledge of the truth. And I used to be just like that. I used to be like, I'm always learning, but I don't know everything. And I know, why I said that? I always said that because I never wanted it to be perceived as arrogant in the eyes of others. I never even thought that I didn't know everything. Whether I knew everything or not didn't even matter. It was just, are they going to think I'm arrogant? Are they going to treat me as if I am being arrogant? And, it's like, who cares, man? And then it's written in the Bible that ever learning, yet never coming to the knowledge of the truth. And that's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. I don't know what I was talking about. But I will say this. Oh yeah, the change. Yeah. And then peace on earth. World peace. There's no such thing as world peace. Because there's a whole bunch of problems that the majority is not even aware of. So you can kiss world peace goodbye. There's a lot of old world problems that the majority believes has already been solved and that the world has already passed. That still remains. So, world peace, man, you got a whole bunch of slack to line up in the wheel and get it done. And world peace, you got a whole bunch of problems, so many misunderstandings, so many points of view, and the majority, the majority always rules. But the majority is filled with idiots. The majority is filled with virtue signalers. The majority is filled with people who just fight for the acceptance thereof, and will do anything and everything to be accepted, whatever is accepted may be right, may be wrong, may be truthful, or may be pure deception. It doesn't matter. As long as it is accepted, as long as these people can do it and be accepted while doing it, that's all that matters to them. Yeah. Yeah.